So if a TV reporter told you that they were crashing a package for the 11, but they were going to run a VO SOT in the 5, would you understand what they're talking about? I promise you, I'm not trying to show off my use of jargon here. I say this to give you an example of the type of language that reporters use in their day-to-day lives. There's different jargon for newspaper reporters, for radio reporters, and for TV reporters. And if you, as a PR person, can begin to understand and use these types of terms, you can communicate more effectively with TV reporters. You can begin to understand the needs that they have. You can begin to understand the finished product that they're envisioning. Most importantly, you can begin to give them the stuff that they need to do the story that you have asked or invited them to do. Understanding the terms that they're using lets you understand what their thought process is about how they are covering this story. For example, if you've got a crisis situation going on and they say all we need is a SOT, you know that you're playing a smaller role in this story, and that might be a red flag for you. On the other hand, if they say they need an interview and they need B-roll and they need to visit you at your location, well, that means you're playing a larger role. Now, these are never guarantees, but they're indications about what the reporter is thinking about how they're covering you and fitting you into their story. By the way, a package is that full news report, about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. A VO is a voiceover, meaning that's what the anchor reads as they show video on the screen. That video on the screen is B-roll, and SOT is sound on tape. In other words, it's a sound bite from a person who's been interviewed. All these things get put together to formulate a TV newscast, along with a lot of other things, a lot of other scripts, and a lot of other elements. But understanding the terminology means understanding how the reporter is doing their job, and that makes you a more valuable interpreter back to your client of what the finished product is actually going to look like.